Hello. I got some chili, super yummy. And some cheese. Creamy melt sharp cheddar. I love me some chili. Anything ground beef or bean related, 10 out of 10. Sorry, I have the door open because I was just painting my nails. Maybe I'll close it now. Percy's gonna try to go back in. Yeah, ground beef. I love ground beef. Sorry. You wanna come in? What? I don't think he can decide what he wants to do. So good. Beef and beans. Can't have anything better than that. I love refried beans too. Just give me chips and refried beans. Forget the salsa. I mean, I love salsa, but I love dipping chips in refried beans. My nails are still kind of tacky because I just painted them. I got these corn chip dippers from Aldi, Clancy brand. They're Mexican style street corn flavored. I like salsa, but sometimes, because I have that weird gene where cilantro tastes like soap, so sometimes if there's cilantro and salsa, I'm like, ugh. Looks like yummy guacamole. I also like guacamole, but for whatever reason, it makes me feel sick when I try to eat it. It's like, I guess, such a rich fat that my body's like, oh, I don't know. I can't wait. Well, one day when I have a kitchen of my own, I would love to like take y'all with me in the process of making the food. That would be really fun. I love food. And I have a whole recipe book. Maybe I could like flip through the recipes and show y'all and like pick one out and do it together. Yeah, anyways, so that'd be fun. I feel like the making of chili would be a lot of plopping sounds. plopping the ground beef, the beans, the tomatoes, and then stirring. I kind of cheated though. I used like the chili seasoning packet. They have like packets of already like put together chili seasoning. I guess I could just read the ingredients and do it myself, get all the correct seasonings. I didn't do it this time, but next time I would probably like chop some onions up and put it in here. I love the flavor of onions. I used onion powder along with like the chili seasoning packet, but real onions is the best way to go. The sounds of chopping onions is nice too. It's not nice though when it starts burning your eyes and you're like, ah. So we'll see if I can actually do that in the future. In the future you see a video of me cutting onions and like just tears are flowing. It doesn't take much for my nose to start running with spicy food. This is not even that spicy and my nose is already like... Did you know? I just found out the other day, sorry, that like the substance that our tears make when we're like cutting an onion versus actually crying because we're in pain is different. Like the tears from an onion or like something that causes tears, but not from like emotions or pain. Like they just run, they're more, what's the word? There's a word, they have more viscosity, so they just run straight down your face. But when you're in pain, whether emotional or physical, it's like more sticky, so the tears stay on your face longer. It's almost like we were made so that when we're in pain, it's like a signal to others, like, hey, I'm in pain, please help me. So like it's visible, like there's tears on my face. It's so important to get the help you need when you're in pain, but it's really easy to suffer alone when you're going through something that's like, you feel like nobody else will understand. So, I get that too. Definitely recommend therapy, but we don't all have the means or resources for that either. So, I know it might sound silly, but writing it out can help. Buttloads. Especially writing prayers to God. I know that might sound silly to some, but I truly believe God knows our pain better than anybody else. He sees you and he knows you and he wants you to bring your pain to him so that he can help you. Because he can and he will if you let him. I know everybody's story isn't the same. Some people, they tell their story and it seems like they just overcame certain things like overnight. But that's not always the case. Like, sometimes it's a journey and a process. But with God, you're never alone. He's always there guiding you every step of the way, holding your hand. He's like, I got you, baby girl, or boy. I feel like Jesus spoke in parable for good reason. When we view things from a different perspective, or like with images, it helps us understand God better, or different concepts, more so than just like a theologically deep sermon without any relatability. There's nothing like babysitting that won't help you understand. I'm not good at words. I just feel like the times that I've babysat are the times I've like learned the most about God and his relationship to me. I remember this one time I was babysitting a girl that was almost 4 years old, and I took her to the park, and there was this rock that she climbed, and it was like as tall as I am. She got to the top all confidently, but then she wanted to get down, and she got really scared and was like bawling her eyes out, like almost screaming. And I'm like, girl, I'm literally right here. Just lean into my arms and you'll be okay, because you're not gonna fall. But I think it's just that, like, it felt to her like I was far away, but I wasn't. And she finally did, and then everything was okay, and then she got to the ground and she's like, oh. But that like hit me like a brick wall. I was like, whoa. That's how God is. Like, he might feel like he's far, but he's right there. And if we just trust him, he's got us. He'll catch us. We don't need to worry. Yeah, there's like a that's just like one of many examples. I love how God speaks to us in different ways like that. I feel like when you stop to think about it, like, so much of everything he made reflects who he is. How he made us, how he made the world, the earth, the trees and the birds and the stars. There's a song I was listening to. I just discovered this artist. I think it's Lena, Jade. I'm not positive, but there's like a song. Hopefully I don't butcher the lyrics, but it was like, it's called You Are Mine, and it's like R, U, like the letter R, the letter U, and mine. It's a beautiful song. It's like, kind of, I think it's like in the perspective of God singing to us. And there's a part where it's like, see how I made the stars. Okay, I can't quite remember, but it was like, see. Let me look it up real quick. Okay, so it was, look at the stars, the way they shine. So when it gets dark, I will cover you in light. I think I might have said the name of the song wrong. It's not Are You Mine, it's You Are Mine. The letter U, and then R is spelled out, I think, and then mine. Anyways, the whole song is beautiful. That's just one line that I thought was beautiful, but the whole song, maybe I'll link it in my description. It felt to me like a sweet lullaby that the Lord was singing to me. I love discovering new artists, musicians that are so gifted with like words and music in that way. I also highly recommend Allie Paige. She makes beautiful. The first song I fell in love with was Matchless King. That's like a song I feel like me singing to the Lord about like Jesus being the love of my life. It's like, you are my everything. Can't remember verbatim, but it's really pretty. And then, what was it? There's a song, there's so many songs by her. Like Places is really good. Journey, wait. What is it? Now I can't remember the name, which is a shame. I used one of her songs in my wedding for like a slideshow with me and my husband, because that song is so special. I think it's like, you are here in the present. Wait, now I can't remember. Like, you are here in the present, preparing my future, loving me in the process. And she's like, I'm on a journey with you. That's the best part of it, is being on a journey with God. But I can't remember the name of it now, so I can look that up and link it as well. It was crazy too, the way that we made our slideshow. It was different pictures. I finished my chili. Of like me and then my husband, like through the years of like from birth to now, meeting each other. And the way the song lined up with different pictures was crazy, because we weren't even trying. One of them was like, when I said preparing your future, it was a picture of me. It's like, oh, well, when I was little, I had this doll that I absolutely loved. And I was holding that doll. And it just made me think of like, oh, kids, oh no. I'll be grateful for the blessing of kids one day, but at the same time, it's terrifying. The thought of like having a whole human to raise. I'm like, Lord, how do you... I can't even get a chip into my mouth. How am I supposed to keep a human alive? But if that does happen, I am trusting him every step of the way. The song, the old hymn, Trust and Obey, has been popping in my head a lot. And I love those lyrics. But yeah, trust and obey, for there's no other way to be happy in Jesus but to trust and obey. The lyrics are actually really pretty. It's not just that, it's like a lot more than that. But God created the universe. He absolutely can carry you through raising children or starting your new job or whatever it is. And if you feel like whatever it is. Like, I feel like you might have a valid reason for being afraid, but like, I feel afraid that I'm gonna, all of my issues I'm gonna put on my kid. But in God, I believe that the issues, whether it's like, whatever the issues are, that he can break those. If I give it to him. People talk about like generational sins and stuff, or like generational trauma and issues, and I truly believe that God is the one that can break that. He is so gentle and loving and gracious, and my hope is to be that type of parent. He's also perfect, so I'm not gonna be God, but I'm gonna look to him for help. Anyways, that's a really random rant. But yeah, nothing is too big for God. He is with you every step of the way. And I know there's already been strongholds in my life that he's broken. And it was in periods when I wasn't even, there have been times when I was trying to like stop a certain bad habit, and it was not working. But the time that it when I overcame the bad habit was actually like when I stopped trying and was actually just focusing more on my walk with the Lord. And I started prayer journaling a lot more and like reading the word. And then months went by, and all of a sudden I was like, wait, that thing that I was praying for, that I felt bound to, that I could not stop, that one really bad habit, I haven't even thought about it in like months. And it just like dawned on me. It's like the closer you grow to him, the more that just naturally those things can like, the things that aren't aligned with God will just like drop off. There's probably better wording than that. That's what I imagined in my head, like it's dropping off. And the closer I grew to God. And there's still more stuff to go. It's still a journey. But I know he's with me. Sorry if this is like boring or I don't know. I hope if you are a Christian that it's encouraging. If you're not a Christian, hopefully it was still somehow encouraging and helpful. And not like I don't know. I hope to be showing God's love. And I know you can't also. There's love in like being truthful too, and understanding that like not everything that happens in the world is in alignment with God. Like I'm not gonna just be encouraging and spread God's love in ways that are like dismissing the evil that happens. Because evil does happen, and if we're honest with ourselves, evil is within ourselves, and we have to turn from that and turn to Jesus, because he's the only one that can save us. This is the way, the truth, and the life. And if you feel like, well, I'm just stuck this way, I can't change, so I'm just never gonna even come to Jesus. Well, the Bible says if you call upon the name of the Lord Jesus, you will be saved. If you just have that willingness, God will help you. In the belief that he died for you. I know I made like the Valentine's video. About like God's love. But I know it's important too to like talk about the reality of like consequences when we don't do things that are aligned with his love. And he's given us his word as a guide on how to live our life. Oh, actually I have to go, but I hope y'all enjoyed or found this relaxing or helpful to eat a meal with me. I will catch y'all next time.